There we go. Now it should be 1080p. Sorry, I've re-provisioned my computer. So, if you were wondering, yeah, why was it 720? Well, we fixed that. We have fixed that, and we are back, and we are live. Oh, goodness gracious. I've had to reconfigure pretty much all of this. All of it. Had to re-provision pretty much everything, guys. So thank you for sticking around. Thank you for being here. I see we got about 9 viewers. Welcome. Welcome, guys. Welcome back. I hope you're doing well. How's everybody doing? We doing good? We doing all right? We getting by? Is it so-so? Welcome.
Intruder.
All right. Pinac Gamer 9. We only got a couple of people right now, but that's okay. Pinac Gamer 9 says, "You know, I will be doing good if I can get my dang PC assembled correctly. Laugh my ass off, but glad to see you back on, dude." Pinac Gamer, welcome back to Siren Official. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. We keep pushing on, we keep pressing, and yeah, welcome back. We don't stop, baby, we just keep going. Let's go ahead here. I got my coffee. I'm ready to go down SlayerLabs, go down the range. And yeah, we're gonna kick ass today. We're gonna take some names, and we're gonna be doing good. If anybody has any comments, questions, or concerns during the stream, dude, please be like, Siren, hold up. Hold the flip on. Hold that on. I don't understand what's going on. You know, rewind the clock. What did you say? What does this mean? What does that mean? At any point in time during the stream. So, we're going to go ahead and get started here. About 10 viewers or so. It ain't the largest stream on Twitch, you know? It ain't the biggest stream on Twitch. But welcome back, guys. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for being out for so freaking long. Again, I bricked my computer. You know, I have a tendency of doing that. And, well, that is what happened. And I had to get a new computer. I had to re-provision it. I had to get it all set up all over again. And here we are. We're back. We are online. For a moment there, though, for a moment. Wait a second. What in the hell is happening? What is this? Oh my god, you have got to be kidding me. You've got to be joking, dude. Really? Really? Okay, well, we're back online. I don't know what the hell that is, man. I don't know what keeps hitting my machine, but we're back. We're back. Also, got to set up my second laptop here so I can see what it is that you guys are actually saying. Let me set up my laptop here so I can have the chat open in case anybody asks any questions, whatever it is. You know the drill. You know. Just gotta get this laptop. There we go. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Now we gotta set up the microphone. It's gotta be like audible and stuff. You guys can hear me, right? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello? Hello? Welcome back, boys and girls. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are glad to be back. We are glad to be back. No matter what's going on, we're pressing through and we're hacking, dude. We got a chat from Lord Inver Gortash says, hello, dude. Welcome, Intruder. Welcome back to SYREN Official. ! YouTube. Discord. Bling bling, my friend. So, if you are new and just turning into the stream, welcome. What are we doing today? SlayerLabs. We're going through SlayerLabs Roadhouse. We're going to be hitting up some targets, going over some core vectors. So sit back, relax. I don't care if you're advanced. Man, I don't care. I don't care if you're moderate, if you've been around in this game for a while, or if you're brand new. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show, or the stream, whatever, right? Enjoy it. Grab some coffee. Get some water. I don't know. Something. Welcome back, intruders. And we're gonna go ahead and get down to business because this video is gonna be uploaded to YouTube when we're done. So make sure you check out cybersecurity.io. Got a link to my YouTube channel there as well. And hit the follow button if you're not already a follower. Tell your friends SYREN is live, and we're gonna get down to, we're gonna do this. Yeah, we're gonna do this. All right, okay. So, all right, can I like get like a field of view here? Can I see? If I'm typing, I gotta be able to see the chat. Sorry, I'm like moving my microphone around and shit. There we go. I gotta be able to see the chat. See you guys. Let me blow this up on my laptop. No, I'm not blowing up the laptop. Don't worry. I'm just blowing up the size of the chat. All right. So where did we leave off? Well, we've got our enumeration of our targets, right? We have got pretty much every machine separated here. We got a few machines pwned. Could we go through this? Could we automate this process? Could we probably active direct? This is not the kinetic lab range. This is a web-focused lab range, a range focused on the largest attack surface in the world, the web. The web. So what are we going to be looking at? Well, we're going to be looking at ports 80, 443, yada yada. You know the drill. Also anything else that's like got too much leniency in terms of configuration, couch DB. Just going through here and picking our targets. We're going to go through the whole list. We pwned .40. That was speed. I had a shit, what was that? Shell shock? Yeah, it was shell shock. Shell shock and Dapoon kit. Some good stuff there. 10.25.1.45. We have not hit that yet, but ooh la la. We'll be approaching that later. We will be approaching that later. Man, the chat is quiet today. Come on, guys, don't be shy. Feel free to say whatever you like. Whatever it is on your mind. 1025, 1.71, .70.56. There's a Deviant page. It works. Blue Screen ZA says hello. Dude, what up, Blue Screen ZA? Welcome to SIREN Official. Welcome to SIREN Official. We are glad to have you. What would you say? Would you say you're, are you familiar with how we do things around here, Blue Screen ZA? Man, it is, yeah, okay, I was gonna say it's a quiet chat. Yep, smiley face, okay. Good stuff. Come on, guys, let's get a smile on. We try harder around here. Harder and harder and harder and harder and harder. Then we try harder. And then we try harder. And then just when you thought you tried hard enough, yeah, we try harder. And guess what? Finally, when you get there and you can't make it, and it's too hard and it's too late, what do? We try harder. And then we try harder. And harder and harder and harder until the dream is realized. And your dreams are wonders. Let's go ahead and hit up 10.25.1.70. It's no laughing matter. I'm dead ass serious. I'm dead ass. Trust me, man. You can laugh all you like, but I'm dead ass. So 10.25.170 looks like it could be pretty quick and dirty here. What do we have? MySQL, what note did I leave? Root unauthorized access, remote access. Let's see if we can do a quick login remotely. I just need to check that. So we'll type MySQL. User root, no password, -H for host, 10.25.170, and not allowed to connect to this MySQL server. Okay, so remote connections are not allowed. Unfortunate. But we got a web surface, don't we? And it seems like it's running CentOS. That's pretty sick. Network security team. Yeah, We got a web HTTP title, network security team. Okay. 1025.1.70. Pretty quiet today. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on, come on. 18 people in chat and nobody's gonna say anything? What's up? Where you guys been? What's going on? Where you been? Where you been? You guys going to DEF CON? Or are you gonna check us out there? We're gonna be at the Packet Hacking Village. So if you wanna swing by, you wanna fist bump me at the Packet Hacking Village, I mean, totally swing by. That's where I'm gonna be. Gonna be meeting up with Tiberius there and Al-Hazred. So if you guys wanna meet up at the Packet Hacking Village or the PHV, that is the Packet Hacking Village at DEF CON, you can come see me in person. Dude, we'll have a drink. We'll talk security, whatever you want. Who cares? We're gonna rock it. We're gonna have fun. It's gonna be a blast. Super looking forward to DEF CON. And I hope to see you guys there. I already got a few friends in the information security sector, and we're gonna be meeting up. I mean, we're gonna be meeting up. So if you want to swing by, the Siren Official Club would like to swing by and say hello, dude. Give you a big old bear hug or whatever. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Let's check it out. What's on .70? What do we got? Gorgish says Siren is the bomb. Dude, Gorgish, you're the bomb. You're the bomb.com. Gorgish. Thebomb.com. What is this? We got going here. Redirect. Default to blog homepage. Okay, we could do fuzzing there. What's on 71? What's on 56? I'm just opening these up. Like, let's just see what's going on. Apache 2, default, it works. 76, Point Break. Gorgish, you're the bomb.com. Welcome to Siren Official. Sec team, ops team is crushing. Lol, haven't heard that in a minute. Thebomb.com. Yeah, welcome. You're the bomb.com, dude. Abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Do we have 80 even running on that? What about this? 1025, 188. So, did we check 54? Did we check 54? Like, I just want to pull these up. 10.25.1.54. List of all of our branches. Good intro for new hires to look through this. What is going on here? What do we have? Hold on. Good intro. So, I mean, I'm seeing... Oh, God. Well, what do we do? Mainframe, security, finance. So happy to see you streaming again. Oh, thank you, Gorgesh. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Happy to see you on the stream, dude. Be sure to drop a follow. GerbySec. Well, haven't heard that in a minute. Yeah, dude. Bomb.com. Welcome to Siren Official. Let's go with... finance? What's up with finance? What's up with the finance team? Work with the money. Accounting is part of this branch too. Thanks for reading, Chuck. Security? Can anybody spot the vulnerability? I'm not gonna say anything yet. I'm sitting with my feet up, dude. Can anybody spot it yet? Because I see it clear as day. I know where it's gonna be. I know where it's gonna be. $20 people in the chat and nobody can spot the vulnerability. Where is it, guys? Where is it? Let's go ahead. Here, I'll make it easier for you. Let's go ahead and intercept it in Burp Suite. And send it to repeater. So what do we got? Get/branch.php. Branch is equal to security. Can you spot the vulnerability? What kind of attack vectors are we looking at here with get parameters like these? What kind of things are we looking at? What are we looking at, guys? One person says from memory the try hack me LFI RCE. Local file inclusion. Well, we can't confirm that we have a file inclusion or an information disclosure vulnerability or any of those yet at all. Let's go ahead and attempt that. Let's just try this. For example, Etsy password. And let's see if we can traverse back to the root file system, check out Etsy password. And yeah, we can, dude. So that stood out pretty obvious pretty quick. If you're experienced in this field, you know, you see that it's pretty obvious pretty quick. We do have a real user. Let's go ahead and make dir. What do we have on the target here? We do not have a host name yet. Do we? No, we don't. Let's check out Etsy hosts. Missing in action. So we're gonna make dir. I'm gonna do a prep called missing in action or MIA. I mean, try hack me, but autocomplete on my phone. Ah, got you, dude. Got you. Got you. So we have missing in action. Let's nano users, and we're gonna go ahead and put Chuck here. We've enumerated a system level user. If we check out Etsy password again, let's curl it. Excuse me, guys. I apologize. I have allergies. But we've enumerated a system level user, Chuck. Bless you. Thank you. Thank you. So we could do what? What could we do at this point? We have a couple of attack vectors. We're going to copy this. We've enumerated a system level user, right? So we've got this attack vectors that come to mind. Hydra /rocku /word list on SSH protocol, port 22. I mean, as the user Chuck, our chances of success jump by about 50%. We have a real system level user. We have a real system level user that is verified information about the target. So one person says Hydra. Yeah, we could just Hydra and see if we could get a shell. Like, holy shit, dude, that's what we could do. But there is another thing here that we could do. What stands out? You know what I mean? What if we try to go for? We also have LFI. Look at this. Well, we have LFI or information disclosure. We're not sure whether there's code execution yet on this, or whether the information is just being disclosed. How can we do that? Well, there is a little technique. We're gonna go to var www.html, and we're gonna go to branch.php and forward that along. We're gonna include the document itself, if possible. Let's see if we can do that. Let's try and refresh this. All right, so it's struggling. It's a struggle bus here. Index.php. Okay, so it is including itself. Look at that. Index.php the index file is actually including itself, this means we have verified local file inclusion. So we're gonna say LFI verified. We've included the target document itself, which means it is capable of executing code. Does that make sense? So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? That means code execution is happening. We want to look for LFI going from local file inclusion to remote code execution. And this is one of my favorite types of attacks and attack techniques that exist to this day. To this day. To this day. To this very day. So, what kind of things are, what anybody in here have knowledge of this? Maybe we don't. There's gotta be some people in here, but they probably don't want to give out the answer. What type of file might we be interested in that could lead to or give us remote code execution on the target machine? What type of file are we looking at? Well, we're gonna need a file. Blue screen says web is my weakness. All right, I can assist you, blue screen. Here, pay attention, my friend. So we have code execution, right? This is verified execution. Pay attention. This means it worked. Included, rendered, all good. That means we have verified code execution, or self code execution. That's good for us. Why? If we can find a file that we can poison with our own malicious code, then we're good to get a shell on the target machine. Okay? That means that's our objective right now. What about the environment variables file? What if we go for modify the user agent with PHP code, proc, self, environ? We could modify the user agent. That actually does not get, that does not come up. That's unfortunate. Etsy password does? Yeah, it does. There is another file, however, that we can poison, and it's the web server log file. So if we just go here and go to our repeater, and we need to do some enumeration on what in the hell is going on, we're just gonna send a valid request and check the headers. Server is Apache 2.4.10 running Debian, right? So we need a file that we can poison with executable code. And that is going to be what file? That's going to be var, check this out, log apache2 access.log. Oh yeah. So check this shit out right here. Here's every one of our logs. Right, blue screen? You see what I'm saying? Here's every one of our requests thus far. You see all this shit? You paying attention? You tracking with me? Okay. If these are our requests, see how we have get here, get branch.php, get branch.php. What if we could poison the web server log with executable code? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna netcat net verbose to 10.25.1.54 on port 80. Then we're gonna say get / siren, what are you doing? And then we're gonna open up PHP statements, that is executive code, right? Code execution. And we're gonna say, we're gonna say system to keep it simple. System $_ get the value of the CMD parameter. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Now it's gonna say 400 bad requests, but we're a hacker. We know what we're doing here, right? We're a professional. We know what we're doing. Let's take a look at the logs now. Where's our log? SYREN, what are you doing? Guys, dude, blue screen, do you notice how there's something was removed? Something was truncated from this. Something was taken from us here. Can you spot it? Blue screen ZA, can you spot that? Can you spot it? Can you spot it? The PHP code, right? Our backdoor. That's what was removed. That's what was taken from us. But that's a good thing. That means that not only did we verify, because not only did we verify, because the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Not only did we verify self-code execution, that it can include its own self and PHP code, right? But now we conduct log poisoning. So we've basically done, essentially we've poisoned the log file of the mainframe. If you can, next time when you announce that you are online in Discord, mark at everyone, please. Let's go. I apologize. I mean, I could mark everyone. I just don't like annoying everyone. There is a stream alerts thing. You can totally just set yourself for stream alerts. That's all it is. But welcome to the stream, Cave Ira 0XD, dude. Super glad to have you. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, just go ahead and go to the stream alerts section and make sure you add yourself to the stream alerts group, because that's what I mentioned, and that way we don't annoy everybody in the server, you know what I mean? I don't want to do that. So, you tracking with me, blue screen? You tracking, dude? Is this making sense? So how are we gonna execute code on this? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, dude? I'm gonna intercept this while you think. I'm gonna go to my proxy tab. I'm gonna intercept our inclusion of the var log apache2 access.log file. I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna send that to repeater. I'm gonna close this out, we'll send it along. And we're gonna get back all the Apache logs that have been sent to the server thus far, including our malicious one. The one that says, SYREN, what are you doing? And yeah. Hope this is making sense, guys. Hope this is making sense. So if the code is gone, let's take a look at the code here. You say web is your weakness. We're saying system. We're telling, it's a very quick and dirty one-liner, and that's the way we like it here. Quick, effective, old school, kind of cool, but you know, the stuff that never dies. PHP system $_ get CMD, or pass through, or this could be shell exec, or it could be exec. In the event that system does not work, what if that function is disabled? Then we try pass through. What if pass through isn't working? Then we try shell exec. What if your shell exec isn't working? Then you try exec. The point is you have options. You have options, 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 options. Okay? Tons of options. So we're saying then execute what? Execute what? $ the get parameter in the URL address bar that corresponds to CMD. Yeah. Yeah. So, if that's the case, What if we tack an ampersand on here and say CMD, blue screen? We say CMD equals ID. Oh. What is that? Can you, it's like, it's a game of, where's Waldo? Siren, what are you doing? UID equals 33, GID equals 33, groups equal 33, www data. So we've gone from local file inclusion to poisoning the logs with executable code. If it was JSP, or Java, we would poison it with Java code. You know, if it's PHP, we poison it with PHP code. If it's ASP, you poison it with ASP code, right? It depends on what the web stack is or the web technology. That's the code. You know, you just find a backdoor online, backdoor code, and that's how we do things here, man. So we have this. This is good news for us. This is good news. Have you heard the good news? Have you heard the good news? We are very close to shell. So what do we want now? We want a reverse shell, right, Blue? We want a shell. We want a prompt, something like this. That's what I want. So I have a command called rev shells. You saw me execute that. And I'm gonna plug my IP address in here. In fact, we're gonna format this. My IP. And here we are. This looks good. I'm actually gonna wrap this just in case. I'm gonna say bash -c -command everything that's inside of this, just as an added layer to be able to wrap our executive statement there. And I'm gonna use MayerWeb encode decode. It's always been trusty to me, always works. And we need to URL encode this, and then we need to set up a netcat listener. So let's set up a netcat listener. While this loads here. Sorry, my machine is like lagging up. I apologize. All right, and then that's our IP, right? And we're listening on port 9090. We'll be listening with netcat. Let's encode this, copy the whole payload, close the tab. And instead of executing ID or LS or PSAUX or whatever it is, we're just gonna toss our reverse shell in there. And we're gonna start a netcat listener on port 9090. We're gonna hit the return key, and we're gonna get a reverse shell. So that is how you go. That's bling bling, by the way. I don't know if anybody's, been paying attention, but that is bling bling. We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. So we've effectively greased this machine, right? And we know how we did it, and we have steps to reproduce it. So what I'm gonna do for the report, right? We got a report on this later, if you get my drift. I'm gonna drop that in there. I'm gonna say this is our vulnerable endpoint. What is our finding? We have local file inclusion. And then we had a second finding. In fact, if I were to really do this, I'd split this into two findings to really show what we did. In the professional world, I would say, look, we have two vulnerabilities that really need to be addressed. One we should not be able to access the log files. That's what allowed us. But we have Etsy password, and then I'd say we have finding, right? Well, we have bad permissions on server logs or server log files. And this leads to, and we put in, you know, I would have a description on this, but in the finding title here, I'm just going to say leads to remote code execution / log poisoning. And that's at this endpoint. So we can kind of break that up there, and so on and so forth. It is easy once you put the puzzle together, once you put the pieces together, once you've done this enough, it does become easy. It might be difficult right now, but I promise you, eventually in time, your web game can improve. And yeah, 100%. This is a very fundamental, this is known as a poison attack or log poisoning attack. The premise of this type of attack vector is for a malicious actor to place executable code in a server's log files. Then the attacker will trigger the executable code via one means or another. Usually from the technology accessing the log files in a form that results in interpretation. That, if I can spell, interpretation of executable code. Yeah, no big deal. You might say that was really easy, that was really simple. I don't know. Let's give this an impact statement. Not only do we have shell, what is S1REN? What's a modern day log poison? You guys ever heard of log4shell? CVE 2021 442288. Log4j, log4shell, spring4shell. This was an example of a log poisoning attack that affected a very large number, millions and millions and millions and millions of machines. This is what I showed you is the simplest version. Log4j, or the log4j vulnerability, or the exploit, the respective exploit log4shell, is, how do I put this? It's a log poison attack. It's a poisoning attack. What is log4shell? Log4shell is a software vulnerability in Apache log4j 2, a popular Java library for doing what? For logging error messages in applications. So if you're doing an application security assessment and they're logging error messages in their application, we need to test to see if we can poison those logs with executable code that is native to the web technology or the web stack. If we can do that, then we might have a legitimate poison attack on our hands. Anybody out there in the world of application security knows exactly what I'm talking about. This is one of the things we've really got to check for, right? What's the risk? I mean, obviously it leads to remote code execution. I'm gonna toss in something here and just show you how simple it is. We are gonna toss in log4shell. Oh my god, no, don't go to the wiki. Don't go to the wiki. It's so laggy. Log4shell, let's say GitHub. GitHub POC. Here it is, GitHub proof of concept. So log4shell was devastating, guys. Oh, we got a new viewer. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Intruder. We're talking about poisoning attacks today. So, Log4j shell POC, proof of concept. The point is you toss up a special little Java server. Long story short, you drop this into a vulnerable Minecraft server. You drop this into a vulnerable Log4j server. And you end up getting code execution. This is the, this gets stored in the respective server's logs. Kind of like in this case, how we have var log apache2 access.log. This gets stored in the log file for log4j, or the log4j files, right? And then is respectively, that resolves, right? And it expects Java code. So with the exploit, right, we create an intentional server that gets redirected to our attacking machine, where LDAP is our attacking machine with our listening port on 1389 / anything, blah, whatever. And setting up, there it is, fake LDAP server, listening on 1389, and then we blow it the hell up. I don't know what else to tell you. We have remote code execution from that point. So that's an example. That is an example of, a more modern day kind of log poisoning attack. And it's something you've got to be on the lookout for if you plan on being a web application security assessor, a bug bounty hunter, whether you're going for bug bounty contracts or smart contracts, whatever it is. This is the stuff you've got to know. You've got to know. And if you don't know it, remember, my personal motto in life is that we try harder, right? We try harder and harder and harder and harder until it makes sense, right? Until we get it. So is everybody kind of following along here? I'm gonna pause break for a moment. Is everybody tracking with me? Everybody in chat, are we cool? I see we have 19 viewers and a super quiet chat. Is everybody tracking with me on this local file inclusion into log poisoning and subsequent remote code execution? GerbySec, welcome to the channel, GerbySec. Appreciate it if you would drop a follow or a sub. Welcome to, you're with me, we're tracking, good. Do you have any questions, Gerby? Are you new, following, finger guns? Blue screen is good here. Excellent. Well, while you guys come up with a question, I am going to get a stable shell. I'm gonna use Siren Security Breakout. SirenSecurity.io /breakout. Now this takes a while, so what I usually end up doing is I just actually go, oh no, don't crash on me. Don't crash. Siren Security Breakout. Come on. Come on, Google. All of my resources, all of the stuff, all the shit that I'm talking about is available on my blog, dude. You should be checking it out. I also have, if you're new to this, from Zero to Navy SEAL of Kraken, I have a very popular kind of blog post there. And yeah, you can kind of go through that if you like. We'll just let that load. It's gonna take a while. I say we localize our resources. Let's check this out. So what I do is I type breakout. This is what's known as a bash alias, and I just hit it. And I'm gonna use Python to import what's known as a valid TTY. If I type TTY, you're gonna see it responds. The terminal or the console responds with saying, hey, Siren, this ain't a TTY. Intruder, this ain't a TTY. You don't have a valid pseudo teletype device. Well, we're gonna use Python to import a PTY with pty.spawn on bin bash and type TTY again, now we're on dev PTS0. That's a valid shell. That means we can execute things, write things, we can have fun. So export path here, we're gonna export path, basically global, distro global kind of path. So no matter what machine I'm bouncing into, I'm always ready. Xterm 256 color, LL. And then we're gonna background the shell with Control Z. STTY raw FG I mean, we're just copying and pasting down the list. And then STTY columns and rows. And now I can hit Control C, and not only do I have a stable shell, but I can hit Control C and we don't lose our shell. Nice. Very nice. And check it out. There's index.html and branch.php and so on and so forth. All right, so now we're on to our privilege escalation game. We're on to privilege escalation. All right, this is not loading. It might be that I have to configure my virtual machine to handle a little bit more in terms of memory, but that's okay. In the meantime, let's go down the list. Let's check the world writable directories. What's in var temp? This is where I like to live. Nothing there. Let's check temp. Nothing fancy there. What about dev shm, dev shim? Nothing fancy there. Anything special living out of the optional directory? Is anything fancy there? No? Okay. Nothing there. What about etc? Do we have anything that is not root or root shadow, you know, root cups? In other words, we're looking to see, did the admin come along? Did they drop something in here with their name on it, owned to it, that might leave behind configs, things like that? Nothing. LSLSA etc password. Can we write to the password file? No, we do not have write permissions. Unfortunate. What about var mail? Oh, we do have mail, but oops. That's permission denied. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. So we have mail. Let's check out the home directory itself. We have Chuck, and we can traverse into his directory. We're not denied there. And there's a script.shell. Okay, so I see something like this I see a script, and this script has read, write, execute on it, right? I can tell you immediately, if we cat script.shell, I could tell you, okay, so echo, this is a quick script to see who's online and who's been on, to write a log file so that the task stops going to my root mail so often. Okay, that makes sense. So this is a quick and dirty script to see from the mail who's logged in, you know, for security, but they left it as rewrite execute. And that's not cool. That's kind of dumb. What does that mean, SYREN? How do you know that's the root? You know, look, it was placed here by root. That's a red flag. That's a red herring. What else what's really going on here? Well, I bet you a dime and a dollar that if we PSAUX grep all, or grep for root, that we are gonna see cron, and we do. So what I'm gonna use is file on bin bash to determine the target system's architecture. This is a 64-bit system. And what I'm gonna do is go to my transfers directory from my attacking machine. I'm go into Linux PrivEsc, and I'm gonna set up a simple HTTP server serving PSPY 64. And do we have wget? Is that present? Yes, we do. We're gonna wget HTTP, RIP, which is 172.20.0.2 on port 80 / PSPY 64. And it's really that simple. We're just gonna, no, connection refused, excuse me. Port 8000. Let's get it. Oh, that's beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that great? So we've transferred. Remember the rule here: transfer, permit, execute. We transfer, we permit, we execute. We do what? we transfer, we permit, we execute. We have transferred, now let's permit chmod 755 PSPY 64, and then we execute PSPY 64. And we wait. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. Let's see how long this takes, but that script file is super sus that it's sitting there. I bet you a dime and a dollar that if we wait here for like long enough, a couple of minutes, that script is gonna get executed by root. Now I could embarrass myself largely here because that could not be the case, but it could also be the case. So in the meantime, while we wait, if you have any questions about what in the same hell is even going on here, ask away in chat, dude. Ask away. And don't worry, if you don't know what's going on, we're gonna have a VOD up, and this will be on the official YouTube channel, which in the meantime, !YouTube, join the Discord, join the SliderLabs official family, and while we wait, we're gonna play a little knock knock song, or knock knock sound.
S1REN _official played knock knock for 0 bits.
Little C4 knocking at your door. Welcome, Intruder. So here we are. We're knocking at the door of this machine. And I bet you, dude, any minute now, God, I'm probably gonna embarrass myself. It's probably not even gonna execute. Please execute. Please be our path to root. What is our path to root? I'm gonna drop that in here. We go to cybersecurity.io. I'm gonna get you guys a couple of links. One is my Linux privilege escalation guide. Shout outs to Got Milk as well. It's just kind of like a trimmed up and revised version of his. So shout outs to Got Milk. And I'm also, for anybody new, going to drop one of the more popular resources on my blog, and one of the more popular resources these days, which is my post on... Holy shit, it actually did? Okay. Dude, Oreo Byte's like, no way. Yeah, way, dude. Yeah, way. So, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. You just start seeing these things. How else do I put this? You just start seeing these things, and they stand out. I don't know any other way to put this. Like, dude, I'm starting a Netcat listener right now. Rev Shells, and we're gonna start a Netcat listener, NC-NLVP on 9997, and I am going to modify this. This is actually the one we have right here is already good. So we're gonna append this to the script. See how I can Control C out of that, and I do not lose my shell. I do not lose my shell. Yahweh, Oreo Byte. Yahweh. So this was that into root cron job. We have a root cron job. UID equals 0, executing script.sh, which is writable. Yikes. So we're gonna put this inside, or append it to script.shell. Let's get it. We're gonna cd to the home directory /chuck. Am I building another tool? Not at the moment, dude. Not at the moment. Not building any tools right now. Just going through some, I would call it preliminary, but for some people this might be considered advanced concepts and advanced tactics, techniques, and procedures for intruding into target machines. But you can check out the source to Ghost Snare. It is available on my Discord if you would like it. So, we're gonna cat script.shell as it exists. And append it. We're gonna echo our reverse shell here and append it to script.shell. So we're saying echo our payload, right? Which is a bash reverse shell, and we need to have this on port 9997. 9997. You don't want to mess that up. And we're appending it, dude. You don't want to overwrite the whole script. We want everything in here to execute natively, and then at the bottom, we're gonna have our payload. Really, Oreo, check it out. I even have a channel called Ghost Snare. I've open sourced it. If you'd like that automated internal Active Directory assessment kind of structure, that template is there, and it's already loaded with, it's locked and loaded with zero logon functionality, secret stumps, guest enumeration checks, net execute is in there, Bloodhound enumeration, collection of all, getting all that information into Bloodhound, getting all that Active Directory information into Bloodhound, and seeing the whole network, you know, then shortest path to compromise. You know how it goes. It's all in there. It's all in that. It's all in there. Just go to Discord. I'll mention you. Let's see. If I go to Ghost Snare at Oreo, I'll mention you. Check out the tag and scroll up, and you'll see the source code to, yeah, really, it's right there. It's right there, right there. So, echo bash dash I, blah, 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 blah. Here's our, found it. Now I can figure out how you did that cool menu. Dude, hell yeah. If you take anything away from it, you know, aside from my methodologies, take whatever you want, guys. I am here to help you get into information security, cybersecurity, and let's try and make it fun along the way. Because cybersecurity is a really humbling and character building experience. At least I found so. And if I can open up people's eyes to that, then I know I've done a good job. You know what I mean? So here we are, script.shell, and we're gonna append that. Remember, you want the second right arrow here, blue screen. If we have one right arrow, I know you said you were new to web hacking, you might not be new to Linux, but to anybody who's new watching this, we do not want that single. If we do, that overwrites the whole frickin' script, including the shebang on bin bash. We need that shebang on bin bash, and we're gonna append that appropriately so the script executes appropriately. It's gonna go through its series, cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. It's gonna arrive at our executive statement, which is this bash payload, and we're gonna receive a reverse shell as the effective privilege that runs it. And who's running it? What's running it? From our PSPY 64 enumeration, root is running this. Root is running this. Root on script.shell. Read, write, execute. Root, read, write, execute, get owned. So, now we're gonna go here, and I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I'm gonna be real with you. At this point, we're just gonna wait. And we should get back a root shell. We should. And if you don't understand what I'm talking about, don't worry. This will be available on YouTube after the stream, about an hour or two after the stream. It'll be up there, 1080p, fully processed. And I'll have a link to it in the Discord for educational purposes. This entire stream is for educational purposes and academic purposes. So really hope that you guys take away something from this. If you're new to cybersecurity and you're new to my methodology, my notation and my note-taking strategies, you know, for each machine, so on and so forth, like, then I really hope you take something away from it, like our template for each machine. And this, I think, is an outdated Discord link. I'm not even sure. But the point is, if you want the template, let me know. That is also available in my blog post on Siren's Navy SEAL, or Zero to Navy SEAL Kraken. So no worries there. And now we're just waiting, dude. We're waiting, and there it is! There it is! There it is, folks. There it is. That is what we like to call around here bling bling. That is the bling bling right there, okay? That is bling bling. I want a valid shell with a valid TTY. I'm gonna export my paths. I'm gonna export the term to be 256 color. I'm gonna give it a proper LL. I'm gonna Control Z to background the process. STTY raw into dash echo into a foreground statement into a reset. And then I'm gonna use STTY columns. And now we can Control C, and we have a stable root shell on the target machine. Gorgish says, Siren is the best teacher. Dude, I don't know about that, but I certainly try. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I will take the compliment.
Welcome. Truly.
You know I'm gonna take that. We take those. We take those compliments. So here we are, and we got FBI agent.log. What is in here? This all goes inside of our intel. So first off, we're gonna exfiltrate all of this. Let's go to our exfil. Roadhouse targets, we're gonna prep. What was the name of this? Missing in action. CD to missing in action, CD to exfil, and touch FBI agent.log. And we're gonna nano that and paste this information in here. Anything that we can exfiltrate and read later, because we strive for the greatest level as penetration testers. If we're not showing our stakeholders how high of effective privilege or authority we can obtain over a network or over infrastructure, then we're not doing our job. We're not doing our job properly. If we just show a shell and we don't go the full way, we're not doing our job. Look, I was able to exfiltrate this. This contains sensitive information. I was able to use those credentials to move laterally across the network. And that is why we're taking this. So if there's anything in here, dude, then let's cat the bash history. That's all good there. Let's CD to home. Chuck. You see with that color, the X term 256 color, see how that stands out a little bit more? You see that? See how that goes? So, yeah, we also have file management.eml. Like, what is going on here? I'm gonna take this with us. I'm taking this with us. This is coming with us, guys. Tossing this into the loot bag. Account, wait a second, hold on. Account 7. The full file. Map to the stars. Tombstone. Eddie. So if we come across any file management servers, remember we might have credentials here. mgmt.eml. We're gonna nano that, paste it in, and we've got our information exfiltrated from the machine. Ta-da! So we've completely blinged this machine up. You know, we've owned it. And I don't know what else to say. So Caviara says, I love the way you teach as well. Dude, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate that. Really do. I appreciate that very much. Dude, it is lolcat time. It is lolcat time. Lolcat FBI agent.log. Did we get anything in here? Apparently, who is it? Any usernames? User account to Jaws. I guess we're giving this Johnny fella. So Johnny, potentially. We can go through this another time. The next time around on Dragon Ball Z. We can go through that. But for reals, we've got what look to be like creds, you know. What do we get? Marketing can add more content. Scripted note. Saved. Initial email for future complaints of Eddie's unprofessional behavior. A new file upload site. So we got to keep that in mind. This is definitely. Chucky, what's up, dog? I guess you're the new system admin. I think it's called file thingy or something like that. Your manager told me to work. Let's go how there are already other users on there. Not sure if you're even a user on there yet. Oh well. Here's the server. Host it. Not sure though. The admin sucks. Okay. I'm not sure about the path. The admin sucks. Oops, didn't mean you. So I bet it's listed. So alright. The user Chuck or Chucky is an admin. So we're gonna chuck Chucky into our main directory here for our engagement. We're gonna nano users and we're gonna put, I'm gonna put Chuck in here and that's the user, right? That's an admin. For real, like that's an admin. Map to the stars, Eddie. Also, Eddie is an admin, or not an admin, but a user. Any other, any credentials sitting around? There's gotta be something, dude. Like, there's gotta be something. There's gotta be freaking something here. To another position. Hacking for this agent system. This sort of sucks. I can totally exploit this. Network staff. Sites to administrator. Check. Marking says more content. Note, save the initial email for future complaints. I don't know, you could CD to VAR mail. And cat Chuck. Grep-I for pass. Nothing in there, no password provided, but a lot of these login attempts for executive statements happening. Control C out of that and we don't even lose our shell. But nonetheless, account 7 would be a user, right? That's what I'm thinking. Like, did we have, was that a Cat star, grep-I, well, it was just cat star. Where did you see account 7? There's gotta be something here. There's gotta be frickin' something. It was in the email? Nothing in there. Would it make sense to add Charles along with Chuck? I'm not sure what you mean. I'm not sure what you mean, dude. File management. Yeah, account 7. Perhaps could be the X account key. Account 7. Oh, we've got a bot. Hold on. Let me ban the bot. Let me ban the bot. Un momento, por favor. Alright, there we go. So bot's banned. Aside from that, I don't see any like. I'm gonna go to passwords in here. I'm not gonna say that account 7 is not like an account key. I'm not gonna take that out just yet. Nor am I gonna say. I mean, it's gonna be either a username or a password. I'm not exactly sure just yet. But if we do find a file server, then by all means, like if I cat nmap and grep-i for 21, yeah, there is a FileZilla server. One of these machines. One of these machines is a file server, so definitely a possibility. I guess what I'm trying to say, guys, is we got root. And, you know, could I be making a tool to automate this entire range? Yes. Am I going to? No. Could we use Ghost Snare to pwn this entire range like we did with the Kinetic network? Yes, probably. Are we going to? No. Why? Because we want to teach each of these machines. We don't just want to pwn the entire network immediately. We want to go through each of these machines and their intended vectors and make sure that, you know, we're actually learning something from this, right? So, hope that makes sense. But, yeah, no, that's bling. That is bling. That's game over for this machine. Nothing else in Etsy password. Nothing else in Etsy shadow. Checking history. Power off. You know, netstat-tonLP. XM4 is a mail server. That's only local though. Yeah. Okay. So 22 cat Etsy sudoers. Or can we switch user to Chuck? Sudo-l. Sudo command's not even found. Sudoers file is not here. So even if we did find a way to move to Chuck, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered at all. Oh, there we are. Hold on, we got a password, potentially. For Chuck, switch user, Doc Holiday. Doc Holiday. See, you just gotta do some digging. A little bit of digging. Hexen says, just me not thinking about what was actually on the screen. I went with the idea that Chuck is a common nickname for Charles. Ah, is it? Okay, got you. Yeah, I mean, we gotta think laterally like that, right? Gotta think laterally like that. And everything is looking good. So guys, that is compromise. We have, can I switch user to Charles? Or Charles. Can I switch user to Chuck? Or maybe SSHN is Chuck. Switch user to root. Maybe it was an old password, but it was a password nonetheless. So we could use something like netexecute, nxc, or netexec. Wait, hold on. ncx. Ah! Hold on. Netexec. Netexec. Ref. Hold on. What was it? AD ref? Netexec. I swear I had a netexecute ref. Or reference file. Unless I lost it. Let me locate netexec. Yeah, netexec ref. Oh, but it's not on here. Maybe it was as root. Cat slat, home, ref and stuff. Or we could just do this. So like NXC, I may have to reinstall it. I'm not sure. Yeah. This should be on here. That's my bad. Maybe it was an older snapshot or something. But this way we can maybe test the credentials across the network. See if it goes through. Generating boot, D image. But, and that's fine, okay. Yeah, I may have to do that, that's fine. NXC. NXC. There we go, so we have netexec. Excellent. And we can run netexec, SMB, MySQL, WinRM, LDAP, FTP, RDP on anything we ifconfig. 10 that was in scope 25.1.15 through 255. This would be our attacking range, so we could netexec across that. But we are not doing that. I refuse to go the internal route. I solely paid for this so that we could, you know, so that we could do all these web machines together, and so that you guys could learn some attack vectors. Today was log poisoning. We talked about log poisoning today. So this is going to be uploaded to YouTube, and it should be uploaded to my YouTube channel if you guys would like to check it out. And yeah, I mean, what do we do from there? Hold on, did we get a follower? Thank you for the follow, really appreciate it. Fexception, Believe _ says, hey, Siren is back. Welcome back, Believe. Welcome back to you, dude. You are late. I was actually just about to upload this little session to YouTube. But it's all good, man. Shoutouts to Believe, the #1 contributor to this channel. And today we went over log poisoning, Believe. And we went over a log poisoning attack. And we talked about log4j. And showed off the log4 shell, POC GitHub. And talked about how log poisoning can lead to remote code execution, so on and so forth. And I believe we even have, you know, we talked about how we'd separate our findings good stuff like that. But I am going to go ahead and kind of wrap up this stream because I want this video to be mostly about log poisoning and a little bit of PSPY privilege escalation. So that's going to be the title of the video on YouTube if you want to see it. Super stoked. And I don't know what's happening, but a white hat is earned, black hat is burned. That all being said, thank you guys for tuning in. I know our audience was kind of small today. What are we at? How many followers? We're about 632 followers, but that's all good. 15 viewers, whatever, dude. It's a Sunday. People are doing their thing. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning along, tuning in. Welcome back to SYREN Official. I want to formally again apologize that I bricked my machine. I was a little too hard on it, and it broke. And it was dumb of me. But got a new one, and everything is provisioned, and we're ready to rock and roll. And I will catch you guys next week with another big attack vector, and just yet another lesson while we go through SlayerLabs, while we go through Roadhouse, and it's gonna be awesome. I cannot wait to have you guys back. So glad to see Believe is here as well. Believe, glad to have you back. The #1 contributor to SYREN Official is Believe. So, like I say, you guys gotta believe. Try harder and 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 harder. You do not give up. You do not give in. You do not back down in the face of something that seems outside your grasp, outside your understanding, outside your capability as a human being. You push. You gotta push, 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 push if you want that dream that you have to become a reality. And remember, your dreams are not means. Your dreams are wonders. Absolute freaking wonders. So glad to have you guys back. Thank you for the new follow, F Exception. And yeah, welcome back, and I will catch you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video on log poisoning and a little bit of PSPY escalation. Happy hacking, intruders.